The energy sector could be getting ready to rally. Let me explain. The top graph represents the energy sector using the ETF XLE in the US. This is the price of oil, and the bottom line in green here is the S&P 500. In 2024, heading into April, we saw the price of oil move higher. The energy sector follows suit, and then we saw also the S&P 500 move higher as well. Then in April, we saw the reversal. The price of oil started to head lower. The energy sector also headed lower. That was at the same time the S&P 500 was moving higher as investors were focused on other parts of the stock market. In late 2024, we saw the price of oil start to move higher. We saw the S&P 500 start to move down lower initially at the beginning of the year, and we saw the energy sector actually do quite well here. And then in January, we saw the price of oil correct quite sharply. And we saw the S&P 500 move sideways out here and then correct quite sharply as well. We saw that 10% drop in the S&P 500. But look what's happened with the energy sector. The energy sector has actually performed quite well in this time period. That's a testament to the strength of the energy sector to perform well when the price of oil is moving lower, and at the same time the S&P 500 is also moving lower. If we take a look at this graph from 1999 here, using XLE, we can see here that April is one of the strongest months of the year. If we look at this graph down here, this shows the average in blue, the blue bar, and the cross is the median. We can see here that on average over the long term, you can see that the April tends to be the strongest month of the year for the energy sector. On a frequency basis of being positive in April has a high rate of 62%, and relative to the S&P 500, the energy sector has outperformed the S&P 500 69% of the time in the month of April. There are a lot of different factors affecting the valuation of the energy sector at this time. But we are seeing some strength in the energy sector relative to the S&P 500. We are seeing some strength overall in the commodities component of the market. And if we take a look right now, we have started the strong seasonal period for the energy sector, and we're moving into the strongest month of the year on a seasonal basis. So you combine all the factors right now, the energy sector does have a seasonal tailwind and possibly could be set up to rally at this time.